Okay.
So we'll start with question.
So, wait. Okay, so we were talking about Hatha yoga and finding the balance in Hatha yoga. So, what I understand is that it's using basically the drishti, the focus, the breath, and the movements and the consciousness of the three together.
Yeah.
Correct? So, and this is exactly what we teach in Ashtanga yoga, right? So, what I want to point out here is that actually all yoga is Hatha yoga. It's like the grandfather of all the different styles of yoga. So, whatever you call yoga today, be Ashtanga yoga, be Yin yoga, be Vinyasa, whatever, they all come from the same root,
same root, yes.
which is Hatha yoga. And yoga in any form is about finding the balance. Yes. And when you work with your teaching and you are watching your students, are you able to then kind of customize or see, okay, this person is a little bit off balance in one way or another? How would you tune into that, or what is the telltale?
Okay. So in my way of teaching, so I remember when I take a course, there's one point that I really mess with that. When you teach, you don't do asanas. So as a teacher, you don't do asanas during teaching. So you have to do it outside of your teaching time. So meaning you are really concerned to look each of your students to do the right movement, and then of course we will see where they are facing the issue, and then from that we can give examples to do it, to be able to them to adjust their body to that such of those asanas. Yeah, we also have to remember not asanas is available for everybody. Of course, some of the students will have a challenge to follow one asanas, but with the correct teaching way, I think they are close to that asana. Not perfect. So no one will be able to do perfect in the asanas, but of course they're able to go about 80 to 70% of those movements.
So when you're teaching, you're watching them basically.
Yes.
You don't practice with
We
them.
don't practice.
You make sure that the alignment is there and that the focus is there, the breathing is there.
Yeah.
And then
Sometimes we give the sample.
okay. So you kind of remind them of whatever is off in your opinion.
Yes.
Would you be able to give me example of a student that you've had throughout the times that you've actually seen evolve, like you've seen the change in the student?
Okay, that's a good question and interesting because since I was teaching Hatha in the studio that we designed before, it's really up to now there are so many followers are still with me. So we know exactly how struggle their life at the beginning when they're starting, and then up to now they're still coming to my class. It's really a good point for me. Yeah. So I saw them from pregnant, 3 months, and then has the baby, and then the baby now become 6 to 4 years old. So sometimes also going to the class. So it's kind of for me. The people like the way they practice. They still consistently coming to the practice up to now. So this is something that make me feel teacher is not somebody is only a guru, but a teacher is also a friend of the student who can talk after the class and then share their lifestyle and our lifestyle. So teaching for me is not about how good you are on the mat, but how good you're living after the meal.
Mm.
That's something that
Yeah, yoga is 24 hours. Yeah. And did this particular student that you mentioned, did you notice when she started coming to your classes?
yeah, of course, as you know, as we know, let's say, as the my student actually is mostly 80% is foreign.
Mm.
The most difficulties from foreigner to go to you guys is they are very stiff.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is something that make a difference after a while they are coming to the class. They become more flexible. They more grounding. So this is kind of change they will show after a while when they come to the class.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And what, in your opinion, Abdi, when you say that they're a bit more stiff, right? So some people tend to think that yoga is about flexibility, it's about being strong and doing the perfect yoga pose on Instagram. So what do you think are the benefits of being flexible?
So like this, our body is not only the bones and the muscles. There are many different cells. Of course, stiffness is because of we don't train ourselves to move because of many reasons. But doing yoga is of course it's not only stretching, it's not only twisting, it's not only standing. They are combination of all of this. As I said, has to be balanced between all of this. So the feet has to be strong, the muscle has to be flexible, the breath has to be long, and then your focus has to be there. So whatever the reason is, if we don't combine all of this, we don't have strong bone, we have not flexible muscle, we don't have a good focus, yoga is nothing. So this is particular the person who come first time in my class and then they feel the sweet for their needs, then they always come. Once they do it 1, 2, 3, up to 6 times, and then they will see the difference of their body physically, but then they also has a different mindset after a while. So that's the good thing of doing yoga.
And is there something that you've heard maybe repeatedly that students have told you, oh, since I started doing yoga, I have X, Y, and Z happening?
Most of them, they say they more become focused and more patient.
More patient and focused. That's good to have, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially...
More patient, they know how not to act. Even though once I was surprised when this student was with me, I think 4 years ago, and then back home to their country, and then coming back, I think, months ago, and then the first thing they said to me, Abdi, thank you for the lesson. So I really have a different lifestyle once I joining your class.
Amazing.
So it's not only physical different, but their mindset also become more grounding.
So the benefits of yoga and you would say are the grounding and the patience and strengthening the body, obviously. And so what do you think, if any, difference from Hatha yoga and other styles of yoga? Because you said you tried some other styles, and I mean Iyengar yoga is obviously very different from Hatha, and so what would you say is the main difference from other classes of yoga?
It's hard to say actually the different, because everybody, as I said, everybody has different bodies. So each body will be available, or if asana is available for different body as well. Yeah. But what I understood from the Hatha, so I really do not comment with other stylists. So, but what I understand from the Hatha, they're really strong in building your physical and your mind.
Okay. And would you say Hatha is for everybody, or is there certain people that probably wouldn't like Hatha, or?
Of course, there are many people saying they are not suitable for Hatha because maybe they need more energetic move, or some maybe more on the silent things. Of course, everybody has their own choice. But for sure, when you start your journey to yoga, I recommend it to you go to Hatha first, and then after that you can compare to other styles. Because of many of the students who already, I asked actually them to, okay, you go to the different styles. Yeah. But after a while, they're coming back again to my class. So meaning they already tried, and then it's not really something that they're looking for, and then they're coming back again to the Hatha class. So meaning that this Hatha is suitable for that body. But some also students who already doing Hatha for a while, and then we talk, and then we said, okay, when you try to different style, they also like that style. So meaning each style has their own different person.
So from my own experience, Hatha is a little bit more slower, right? It's
Gentle.
a little bit more
Gentle,
more-
because we are not doing in the rush way. We are, as I say, there has to be harmonized between your breath, move, and your focus. So this is more something that we learn on the Hatha. The harmonizing itself become balanced. If they are not harmonized, let's say the breath is faster than your move, of course not become balanced. Even though the same sequence, yeah. But if that breath and move are not has a chemistry, well, the balance is not there. The balance is only available when those are in chemistry.
So, if you are a beginner to yoga and you would like to try yoga for the first time, as Abdi was saying, that Hatha is probably a good gateway to enter into the yoga world, and then from there maybe if you're not convinced, you can try other styles and see where you feel more called to, because like we mentioned before, there are different styles of yoga fit for different people, and also maybe on different days, because even though I'm an Ashtangi and I like to maybe be a little bit more in the challenge mode and more of a tempo, I would say, but then I have my days where I feel like I just want to be more gentle, slower. So if you want to come and try one of Abdi's classes, he teaches it at Ubuntu Bali on Mondays and Wednesdays from 10 a.m. to 11:15. So we are very happy to welcome you here and come and try Abdi's class. Thank you.
Love to see.
So